I'm Tanya Melendez, and it's hard to believe, but I've been a life coach, a spiritual counselor, a tarot reader, a spiritual entrepreneur, a healer, a teacher, now podcast host, book author, poetry writer, published author, so many things, so many dreams, so many wishes coming true. But the basis of everything that I've ever done has always started with my coaching and my counseling. And even my first business, Tarot Life Coach, that came because I wanted to blend spiritual practice of tarot with coaching. And so that was how I began. But now I'm older and wiser, and bolder and braver. And this is why I wanted to share something new with you. Inner Muse coaching, what it is, why it is, and what it is here to do for you. You know, throughout the years, I've supported clients with building houses, selling houses, moving houses, pregnancy, adoptions. Should I invest in this crypto? Should I retire early? Finding siblings, and so much more. And that work comes from not only my intuitive gifts, but more importantly, reminding people of their inner muse. Now, we know there's more than one voice going on inside of us, even though we only want to admit to one. But we have the inner child, we know, but we also have the inner parent, the inner critic, the inner teacher, the inner healer, the inner bully, the inner imposter. And this is why when we allow ourselves to connect deeply with these other identities, almost like a character study in a book, we can rewrite our story, because then we become the author, the authority of it. By identifying all these other identities that are roaming around inside of us, we're better able to get to the inner healer, to the inner mystic, to the inner you. That inner world is rich with treasures, and many of us have suppressed, denied, and repressed these parts of ourselves due to stress, our childhoods, our environments, all kinds of things. But when we get to the root of all of it, it always comes back to that inner muse. The she, he that knows, that knows, that knows, that knows in all directions of time and space. And so that's what Inner Muse coaching is here, to bring you back here to your inner muse, to awaken your inner teacher, to awaken your inner guide, your inner mentor, to embolden and embody your inner wisdom. And so through our journey together, not only are we going to identify all the identities that are within you, we're going to do a character study, and so you can really get to know who is your inner muse, so we can awaken her voice. And you want to know what that voice is? It's not just this voice. It is the vibe. It is the outlook. It is the inner teacher. It is that character study, and it is that energetic shift. And that's what this journey will take you on, an energetic shift, a transformational journey to take you from only hearing the voice of the inner victim and the inner bully and the inner judge and the inner critic and the inner, to turn it into the inner mystic, to the inner guide, and truly to the inner muse. So you know this journey is for you if you feel stuck, unmoving, overwhelmed, don't know which direction to go in, too many options. You know this is for you if you've been doing the same thing over and over and wishing for another result. You know this is for you if you know there's something big and juicy inside of you that you can't wait to get out, but you just don't know how. And more importantly, this is for you if you know that you're ready to awaken to your truest self. Because your inner muse, she knows why you're here. She knows where to lead you and how to guide you. She takes you from this thinking, amazing brain to this feeling and sensitive, intuitive heart, to this entire experience of your senses. And so if you know that this is you, I invite you on this sacred journey with me. You can join me for 6 weeks of one-on-one intense spiritual counseling, guidance, and support, or we're going to do a deep dive and shift and lift you up out of where you are to where you want to be through practices, rituals, altars, and so much more. Or you can dive in to a VIP day or have one every month. Or you can dive truly in and set the course for yourself for 6 months. When we work together exclusively, you'll have access to me through private chat, as well as weekly sessions with me, as well as daily prompts and insights. I know your inner muse is calling you, beloved. Are you listening? I invite you to tune in and turn on to her power, to her magic, and to her gifts now. She knows. She is the one who does know. I invite you to get to know her.